Welcome to Troggy Trog's Let's Play Dungeons and Dragons Online. This is the fourth part in our Delera's series. It's the last part, actually. This is actually a mini quest. It's short duration because basically you just go in there and you talk to Delera, and then you finish the quest and you run off to the next quest. So, but what I want to do is show you this because it's just part of the chain. When you do this quest, always try to do it on Elite because you get the favor for doing it on Elite. So might as well, you know. All you're doing is talking to an NPC, so not a big deal. See, quest is completed already. She's basically talking about the Dreadlord Gideon and Zanglain, and you're trying to figure everything out, and you know, basically she's a ghost. Yeah. So she's kind of haunting the graveyard until you finish this whole thing. There is a door here, but you cannot open it. And it's funny. I want to show you something. Just a little. If you look, if I can zoom in. If you look carefully enough, there's a chest over there, because that's the chest that we had to jump to in the previous quest, and so it basically loads that kind of into the game, but you can't get to it. You can even, I think you can even click it through. Yeah, you can even target it through the tab Q spam kind of thing, hitting the Q button to target that. But anyway, that's that part, and we'll move on to the next part, and just a little bit. All right, to continue on with Delera's part 4. Talk to Hargo here, and we talked to Delera. Now we can go in to the quest, Thrall the Necromancer. This is the last quest in the chain. This is actually the official part 4. Okay, so we'll go ahead and buff ourselves up. Again, this is a quest that you really don't need to have a full party. You can solo this one without any hirelings. I think the only one was that second part that you actually needed a hireling to do that one lever pull. Okay. Oh yeah, let's turn that all that UI stuff off there. A little bit more easy on your eyes there. This is this one here has there's a trap on either side. If you're at level, there's a trick if you don't have somebody that can disarm the trap. I can't remember if you can disarm it. But basically, you try to line up this ceiling. All right, see these. Alright, see how these things here, I get my cursor here, right there. You see how these are in line, these two crystals? You run this line all the way down, and you won't set off the traps. Now, if you go off the line, you'll set off the traps, see? It's that one there. Just wanted to show you that, just in case you didn't know it. Okay, to speed this up a little bit for this quest, you can pull all these levers, but only one of them opens the door up above. The door is basically up there, and the lever is the A lever. Pull the A lever, and then and that's all you need to do. Now, there's a collectible underneath of these stairs. I'll grab that real quick. Now, to get the full conquest bonus for like killing things, you actually need to pull more than just the one lever. I think you have to do like either 2, maybe even up to 6. I can't remember the actual number, but it's more than just the A lever. That was a poison trap there. I'll get rid of the poison with my heal spell. Another poison. Panacea, neutralize poison, and heal. Get rid of the poison effect. Poison can like damage your con, but it also does damage. I think there's some that do like damage over time. But they changed how poison works in this game. It's pretty hard hitting now. So neutralize poison. That spell. Like a couple years ago or so, they changed how that spell works. The timer on it's a lot shorter now. It used to be like 1 minute per spell level, I think, or per character level. So you could have a 20-minute buff of neutralize poison, and if you had the extend meta magic, that would make it a 40-minute. But now it's like, I don't know, like 5 seconds or 10 seconds per level rather than a minute. So it's a much shorter duration. Probably won't see it ever last more than about 4 minutes. So you pull this lever. That will open up this gate over here, but then you have to kill these guys. It's all are dead. I think it's this priest has to be killed. And then that should... Nope. Just that. There we go. Alright, now it's open. Okay, everything's dumb enough to follow me through my blade barrier, so that's good. I'm gonna actually fall down here because I think this is pretty cool. We have black puddings down here. They're kind of like ochre jellies, just, from the old school D&D. I love these things. They're cool because they actually break apart into smaller pieces when they get hit. But I love that they have like gelatinous cubes and ochre jellies and black puddings and oozes and things like that in this game. It's just love that they have that in this game. Some people probably like hate me, but you know, teach their own, I guess. I know that one thing, monks don't have any problem with them because they use hand wraps. For whatever reason, hand wraps made out of chintzy cloth are more durable than a steel weapon. So cloth can somehow survive the acidic and caustic effects of oozes, gelatinous cubes and things, where a metal weapon or some other type of material will take damage, and can be perma-damaged if you use the weapon too much against something like that. So this is the silly part here. There is this deal where these don't open up until you basically wait. And I don't know what the time duration is or what it is that triggers it, but it always does this. Sometimes if you're in a party, you can luck out and get through it before it closes, before the rest of the party gets stuck, but it pretty much always does this. There it goes. Oh, there's a dude down here. Alright, so we have this side done. Now we have to go to the other side and do the same thing. Pull the lever on that side of the dungeon. I think it's funny if you think about the. I mean, obviously, the realism is just not there as far as dungeon design, because who would design a dungeon that you have to go all the way across here just to pull a lever to open up a gate? Unless, of course, they wanted to lock, something horrible down below, and they wanted to make it difficult to accidentally open up that door. Like, they put Cthulhu down at the bottom of the dungeon, and we don't want him to come out. No, we finally captured him. Not that that can be done, but who's going to be able to capture Cthulhu? Okay, so when you get here, always go here and open this door. I see so many people that don't do this, but there's a res shrine here, so if you die, in these traps, you can, you know, run over here as a ghost and click that and you're back, because that's what the res shrines are for. But a lot of people go here first, and then that door's shut, and then they die, and then you have a party wipe, or you know, a bunch of people running around as ghosts, going, "Somebody, you know, resurrect me." Well, the thing is that this quest is what, level 9 on Elite, right, or 10, or whatever it is. So probably won't have anybody that has that capability, or just maybe a one-time clicky, or you know, a scroll, something like that. You're not gonna have a whole lot of people that have Raised Dead, so you might wanna, you might just want to open that door up, because it's a freebie. It's like you don't have to spend SP or anything like that on resing somebody from the dead if they get killed by one of these traps. I'm not going to worry about killing all those guys. This is actually, it says very long on the description of this quest, but actually it's a very short quest in comparison to, I think, part 3. Part 3 was a lot longer. So this is the end fight here. And that's our Necromancer. Blade barrier down. A little common fall. A little turn of dead. Bursty burst. And we'll just common fall this guy. Why not, right? See how I get that little death ward thing popping up over my head? He has like I think an instant kill ability. I think he has like finger of death or something like that. And then so if you're not in there either death warded and or death block as far as your gear and your spells are concerned, as far as buffs and protections, yeah, you basically are going to be in a world of hurt. You're going to lose. Yeah, you're either going to get instant killed or get level drained, I think. This lever here, I think, only opens up that rear door over there. Now, here's the funny thing about this quest. You get to the end, right? You got 3 chests, you know, oh wow, all this loot. Oh wait, that one's locked. Oh wait, that one's locked. So, we go to our wand. We'll these up. That's all we need to do with that. We'll go see what's in the chest. Ooh, a sunstone! Wow. Okay, that's Delera's graveyard, the Delera's chain. So there's one last part to this chain, actually, and that is our reward. We go back to return to Delera's tomb. I don't know if picking a difficulty matters, but I always try to go in on Elite because quests generally give better rewards on the difficulty. So if you have a good, high difficulty or maximum difficulty for that quest, I just assume that maybe it'll give you a better reward list, but whatever, it's not a big deal. So we enter this quest, and we talk to Delera, and we get to see what kind of rewards we get to choose from. Now, right there, right there, I'm taking that. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to take that. Alright, so let's see what we have first. It's a pretty good list. This is an Artificer Rune Arm, which, honestly, I dislike the Artificer class with a passion. I just don't understand how you can have, like, steampunk artificers in, like, a medieval fantasy world where everyone's using swords, and this guy's got basically an AK-47 on his hand. It's basically the equivalent power of it. It's a rapidly firing, multiple target hitting cannon. It's like an RPG or something. It's just, okay, doesn't quite make sense to me in my idea of like a medieval fantasy world, but Eberron's different, so I'll give him benefit of doubt on that. But I just don't like Artificer. I've never played one, don't want to play one. Voice of the Master is the trinket I already have. This here is a craftable trinket, but it binds to character on acquire, so I wouldn't be able to give it to anyone else, any of my other characters or friends. So it's pretty cool though. It's a rare thing to see in a list. Skeleton Key is a trinket that's craftable, has a yellow augment slot with the so you can craft this augment onto it, and then it also has the open lock 7. Let's see what else we have. Sigil Stormreach, Iron Manacles, Golden Cartouche that gives you a bonus to your UMD roll. I have some other items that can do that as well. Black Lace Blindfold. It has the Curse of Clumsiness, -1 to Dexterity, but you get a +7 to Spot and Listen, and an augment slot. White Hide Armor, Silver Flame Halberd, which is actually pretty decent. It has 2 slots to craft on, and has Devotion, so that's kind of a Cleric, Favored Soul, or Paladin type item. Heavy Armor. Probably more so Paladin or Cleric, because I think Favored Souls aren't proficient with Heavy Armor for some reason. So we got a lot of, these are all kind of named. It had a Rusted Shirt. I was gonna gloss over that one, like whatever. A named item called Rusted Shirt. I guess if you're a Warforged, these docents are pretty nice. I don't play Warforged, but I think they're kind of silly too. I'm just old school. I like fleshy races. I don't like robots. I mean, if I want to play Transformers, I'll play Transformers or something, you know. Anyway. Switchblade Boots, Linen Hand Wraps. Oh, I guess it traps with Tool Belt. I didn't really say that one. Hellfire Cloak's pretty interesting. It has a yellow and a green slot, which are unique colored slots for an item to have 2 of those colors on an item, especially at low level like that. Headman's Hood, Spark Striker, that's a heavy pick. Serpent Branch, Obsidian Dagger, that's a really nice. These are actually both really nice, I think. They have 2 slots on each one. Really good for casters. If you wanted to play an Arcane Archer type elf that is maybe a wizard that has bow capabilities, that's pretty cool. This is also a really good caster weapon because you can slot spell power onto it. Really ideal for like a Pale Master. Devotion are some hand wraps that are for monks, but unlike most of the other items on this list, these are not bind to character unless you equip them. So you could actually give this to somebody else or sell it to somebody else. So that's pretty cool. Really good for a monk or a monk paladin type splash character. And then we'll get to Carnifex in a second. Bone Shard Flute is really cool. Different, odd, you know. Wrath of Sybaris. You know, okay, you know, it has lesser heroism. It's a passive, like, kind of a minor heroism, basically. Like, heroism gives you a +2 morale bonus to your attack rolls, saving throws, and all that stuff. Greater heroism gives you a +4. But those are spells. This is an item when it's equipped. It gives you that permanently unless you unequip the item. So as long as you have that shield equipped, you're going to have lesser heroism. It doesn't stack with heroism or greater heroism, though, so as far as I know. So now Carnifex. Now check out this weapon. Now I'm going to compare it. Look at the base damage, 11.90. Now compare that to, say, this dagger, 8.25, or this bow, 9.35, 8.05. Okay, so you get an idea. This thing has a higher base damage. It's almost a 12 base damage. Now it does 1d12 damage, you know, dice roll. But the critical roll, now normally a Great Axe has a 20 crit roll. It only crits on a 20. This one crits on a 17 to a 20. So that's 17, 18, 19, 20 are critical hits. It has Keen on it, which basically gives it that effect. But normally Keen doubles your crit range. So a Keen Great Axe at level 4 would be a 1d12 Great Axe that would do a lot less, probably a lot less base damage rating. But also, that base damage rating would be down because it would only be a critical from a 19 to a 20. This does a critical from a 17 to a 20. So it's double the double, basically. You know, it's kind of like a named item. It's very unique. There's no other Great Axe basically in the game that gives you that at this level. and it's a ×3 multiplier like all great axes. So if you crit and say you roll a 12 for damage, you're gonna, and it's a 1d12 plus 2, right? So you do the 1d12, so you have 12 plus 2 is 14 times 3. Okay, now you can see what the kind of damage you can do. So when it says critical roll 20%, you basically 1 out of every 5 hits is a crit for anywhere from 9 to 42 points of damage. It's a really nice item, especially at low level for a level 4 character. And even if you're not proficient with it, with a -4 penalty to hit, it really doesn't matter because, you know, when you do hit, it's a crit basically every 1 out of every 5 rolls. So I'm taking that, of course. You don't see that one very often in the list, so I'm going to take that. And anyway, so that's Delera's Tomb, the Delera's Tomb series, and we're done.